Education is the great equalizer. It's the opportunity to get better.
Every high school graduate in the country should come out of school ready for college or ready for a career. Not just ready to go, but ready to succeed.
All we can do to raise the standards and expectations of our children and their performance in school and their preparation for life, we should do.
Everybody's come to clearly see the connection between education achievement and economic achievement. We led the world in education for a long time. That's really not so true anymore.
The future of this country's economy is based on innovation, technology, and mathematics.
Every country is trying to figure out how to be competitive.
Our competitors are a lot better than they used to be.
Higher standards, higher expectation, higher results, higher academic achievement.
Education is the most important aspect we have for competing in the 21st century. It's that simple.
In Nebraska, we try to compete for the national championship every year in football. In order to do that, you have to have high expectations. You have to improve your performance every day. That's what Achieve is trying to do with education. Set higher standards, increase our academic performance, increase the overall standards for every child. Every child deserves a quality education.
We need to make sure that the skill sets that we can define and measure are reflected in the education that those students get.
The competition's higher. The world has changed from the 70s, 80s, and even 90s.
It's tougher and tougher each year to find U.S. citizens who have the characteristics to become an Intel employee.
The challenge is bigger, and it's a competitive world. We're not just competing with the county or the state next door, we're literally competing with the entire world.
Education is a state-driven effort, so we have to have a state-driven curriculum. The American Diploma Project was part of that.
Rigorous standards in the classroom are absolutely essential to a more skilled workforce.
The standards define what we think college and career ready means in a real, practical, day-to-day, and importantly, measurable way.
Every state has a different set of circumstances to deal with, that every state is going to take a little different path at a different pace, but they're going to keep the push toward those high standards.
The nation's governors are leaders of laboratories for trying new things, and innovation in the classroom is as important as innovation in our economy. That is how we keep on the edge and keep discovering new ways of lifting everyone. It's important to have consistent standards because we're one country. We have to care about lifting the whole country.
States are no longer in a local economy, they're in a global one, and it's fierce.
We're competing against India, Pakistan, China, Singapore.
And we need to have our graduates able to compete in that global economy.
There is a tremendous demand in our innovation economy for scientists and technicians and people who are well-trained and prepared in technology, engineering skills, math skills as well.
When you think about all of the technology that's going to be used, how you're going to be a successful adult, it still comes back to math and science.
Science and math skills are critical.
With the declining enrollment in the science, technology, engineering, mathematics area in the United States at our universities, for our own national students, it's tough to find U.S. citizens with the characteristics that we need.
As we look out into the future, that global economy is complicated, competitive, and our students need to be ready to meet it.
Every state now has its own assessment tool. We really need to upgrade those assessment tools.
The assessment processes are central. We should want to know how we're doing.
People are nervous about being measured. We say bring it on, because if you don't measure, you don't know where you are. Having a common standard and a measurement system is extremely powerful. It's how the best businesses operate in order to know they're going to survive into the future. And I think in education, that's something we need to do.
An honest assessment compares your children's learning with their international counterparts. We find out where our kids perform. Way down in the bottom half. You can't fool the rest of the world by giving kids a dumbed-down test and then congratulating yourself on the results. You're being dishonest to the child, dishonest to the parent, dishonest to society.
When you give a young person a great education with our work ethic, then we're going to continue to lead the world.
Every country wants to grow their economy, they want to have good paying jobs, they want to move forward. But if you don't start with the foundation, good education, smart people, the game's over. You've lost.
This is a hard job, but it's the right job, and I think the most important thing for our country.
Education has always been that path, always been that equalizer, and it will be in the future. But not unless we cultivate it, not unless we support it, and not unless we care about it.